Hello, 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 everybody. My name is, of course, Bright Rose, and welcome back to the ZombieCraft Patreon server, where we are going to be having a last look around the Ren Faire build celebration in its final and completed form. So let's get a look at the beginning and see what changes have been made since we last looked around. Now, at this point in time, the Ren Faire has been shown off. Last week, we all went round, we toured all of the builds, and we had a good, long, and really amazing look at everything that people had done over the past month. And as per usual on the ZombieCraft server, the quality of the builds and the armor stand work is absolutely amazing. But I'm not going to spoil the other builds right now, apart from what you've seen when I'm occasionally been flying around, because at some point Cleo will be streaming that. So I'm going to keep that for Cleo to show off, and I'm just going to tour around the Ren Faire town here behind me that we worked on. And this is where we're starting, on the bridge here. And I've got to say, in terms of the actual building that I took part in, this bridge and the cliff is probably the bit that I'm happiest with. This curve was something I really wanted to achieve, and I'm so happy how I managed to pull it off. And of course, you know, I love the landscaping, and this cliff is just brilliant, and it really blends in nicely, and especially with the overhangs at the top and stuff like that. So let's take a little quick sheety cam view of the bridge and this general area. Now, the way I'm going to do this, as we zip along underneath the bridge here through the ravine, is I've recorded what went on during the build celebration, and I'm going to splice in bits of those clips as we go over the areas that I am looking at right now, just so you can see what the general reaction of the rest of the zombies and Cleo themselves was to all of the builds. And of course, I never actually bothered to do the underside of it.
Oh, I like the maple. Maple's good. I appreciate the shirt dress. That's quite impressive.
Thank you.
Makes it flowy, like it's like being pulled out.
It's good. It's good. It's got ruffles.
I got confused because I'm watching the stream and I saw Ren running. I'm like, "Where's?" Oh, yeah. I gave heads
Yeah.
up.
Come on, let's go
The
join.
chef. Oh.
We're done. We're done. Yay!
Oh wait,
And Cleo
Okay,
didn't see it yet.
the pig's creepy. I want you to know that.
Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I was aiming for.
I appreciate it, but it is creepy.
Of course.
Okay, we've got like the fiddlers, and I like the money pouch. The money pouch is good. And flower merchant. That's cute. That's cute. There's like little tents. And oh, the hats. The hats. They're stealing your hats, Push, to sell at Ren Faire.
Oh no.
I
Oh
mean,
no, what are you gonna do?
a lot of them are Ren Faire like, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I do believe that. I mean, all these things have something in it. So,
They're all filled with water.
I love how you
okay.
named them water.
Oh,
It does
yeah.
take it. Paid attention. Builders of the Ren Faire. Oh, okay. There's a lot of you here. Right. Well done.
One thing that I spent the last day doing on this build was checking out all of the barrels and the chests and things like that dotted around everywhere to make sure they had something in. Because it's a thing here on the ZombieCraft server. If you're putting barrels and chests and storage into your build, it has to have something in. Something that tells the story of the build. So everything has something in it that works with the theme of the build. We're going to start down here at the lower area, the fair portion of the build, and we're just going to take a quick look at all the people that contributed here to the actual build, whether it was bits of the buildings, the interiors, the armor stands, or things like that. These are all the people that helped out and did something as part of this build celebration, and I'm so grateful for all of them for taking part and contributing something to this overall build. Really, the work is awesome. And of course, I have to apologize because I'm not going to be able to remember what everyone did. People came on, they did things all times of the day and night. Some of them I missed, and otherwise I've just forgotten because there's so much little intricate details in this build. I can't honestly remember all of it, so I apologize in advance. You might remember from the previous video, or the one before it, I can't quite remember, where I was talking about these little shops and trying to work out if they were actually going to look the part and work with the overall build. But to be honest, now that they're laid out and they've got the armor stands and the various stuff dotted in around, I think they really do fit in very well. And each of the little tents and things like that work perfectly. The dancers, the maypole, the little chef working away down here, and this roasting pig that Rain set up here, as well as the amazing band that Rain set up, just works really well, and it is exactly how I pictured this area. And of course, each of these chests and barrels also has something in it to tell the story. And of course, there's my little contribution here of the little fighting area here. Oh, there's 2 incomplete armor stands. Oh no, that's not... Yes, the rain comes to wash away my shame. How will I ever live this down? Oh. Fade to black. It would be amiss of me not to play Lemony's contribution to this area, because with this note block here, we can set out all of the note blocks underneath this build and play the tune that Lemony set up to play over the Fair District whilst people were walking around. So, let's have a listen. To look at a note block song set out in the way it works is just a mind-boggling array of just redstone madness. And I will always be so appreciative of everything that Lemony does to get this stuff to work. It is just amazing. And of course, it works really, really well with the theme that we were going for.
You've made a
there's more
green
up there.
Joe. There's a person selling mushrooms and llamas. Valid, I guess. You do you.
Hello, chef. You sold any mushrooms? No. Llamas? No? None? Never mind.
Bookshop. Bookshops. Like bookshops. Bookshops, great.
I did the armor stand for the inside the bookshop and this one. I'm
Very
so
cute.
proud of myself.
You did the thing, and now
I
you've
did the
just
thing.
and now
okay.
all you need to do is you need to make sure you keep doing the thing.
Yes.
They're back with this.
Thank you, Push.
Thank you, Push.
I like the fact that this person is just eating a tomato.
Nah, I'm about to throw it.
Oh, they're throwing
Oh,
it.
hang on.
Everyone
okay.
move out of the way. Move out of the way.
Okay.
Let Lucy.
Please tell me this is Cub. Why has he got such a butt?
That's Rex.
I think that's Rexy.
It's Rexy.
It is Rexy, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, we made it because there was only one person we were going to put in the stocks, Rex. And due to the wonderful way that the arm stands were
Naturally.
positioned, it's exemplified a certain part of him. We showed him this, and he said, "That is unfair. Mine is
Yeah.
bigger than that." So we obliged him.
So I went in and changed it.
If he'd
I
complained
mean-
again, we'd have added more blocks, and then eventually it would have taken over the entire square. But we held back.
Oh no.
I mean, it's ye olde pizza place. That's
Pizza
good.
Land.
Pizza Land. Oh, I like the pizza box.
Those are some square pizzas.
I mean, pizza is whatever shape you want to make it. Square pizza is easier to cut.
Think of it as a deep dish. It's a deep dish pizza. Because they would have made it in like crock pots.
I'm very
Kinda
proud
stuff.
of these superheroes here. They're,
The superheroes are good. Their historical accuracy is great.
Yep,
Um,
totally. They're totally superheroes at a Ren Faire.
Yep. I like the belt. The belt's cool. The belt is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Well
yeah.
done.
I was able to use carpet and pressure plates to get them to.
You did a
take the
good.
right
You
look.
did a good.
Yeah.
And there's two people having a chat in the Chapel of Beer. They worship hops, the god of alcohol.
It's kind of a reference to every LARP fair that I've ever been to, where if there's a big religious or, like, Senate site, during the day it's used for serious business. At night, it's just a place where you can have a piss up.
That seems reasonable, actually. Based on what I know about LARP, everything is a place for just a piss up.
They have the best seats in the entirety of a LARP field. The places of politics and religion will have the best seats. And that's where you want to sit down when you're getting drunk.
I agree. There's so much here.
Wishing well.
The way I like
The
doing...
wishing well I like.
The way I like
Yay.
doing these build celebrations is I come up with the theme for the town, the landscape, the whatever, and then I just say, "Come do armor stands here." This is the theme.
And people do.
Yeah, come here and do armor stands. There's buildings, there's tents, there's areas. Do what you want that fits in with the theme and stick it in here and come and have
Okay.
fun.
Yes, that's fine. I'm stealing this clothes rail.
Zanny, get in there.
Cool. Thank you. Just so you know, that's the thing that is just stolen. It's really good.
Thank you.
Best compliment in the world is when Claire steals
Took
something.
forever, but it's. I bet
It took forever, but it's done. And it's really good. It's so good. I am just stealing the heck out of everything there. I love the clothes shop. The clothes shop's great. You did good.
Thank you.
Welcome. I feel like I've said something wrong.
No, Cleo,
Oh,
it's a
no.
compliment.
Overwhelmed by
It's
compliments.
That's fine. It's good. I'm stealing it. It's very good. Well done. I will leave you alone now, so you can. I don't know.
Collect yourself, collect
Deal
yourself.
with the horror of being observed, I guess.
Perceived. You've been perceived. Oh no.
Sometimes when you make things for people to notice, people notice them.
Notice them. Yeah.
The hell?
So as we move on from this lower area, we're gonna head up into the Ren town with all of its shops and displays and things like that going on up here. And this is another area where people came in and really did an amazing job with all of these little interiors and scenes dotted around up here. I'm going to take a moment just to jump into each of the individual shops and just have a spin around, show the interiors, and just what amazing work people did. This little pub is just brilliant, and I love everything from the little egg jar down here, the seats, and just the really nice little scene of just these two working away here. And of course, we always appreciate the washing of the glasses. The bookstore. This is just really simple, and I love it. Hello, Squiddy. These heads are all custom heads that are shaped like books and things like that from Crisscross's amazing head store, with a few little additions of skulls and things like that dotted around to make it look like that ye oldie fantasy style bookshop, because for some reason there's always a skull, normally with a candle on it somewhere, in this kind of bookshop. The scenes out here in the main square are what really bring this build together. We've got these little stalls dotted here and there, little interactions going on, little cookies being passed over to the kids, people drinking around the tables and things like that. These superheroes heading off into the shops. We've got a little wishing well in the middle with a fish, because, you know, there's a fish. And, well, shenanigans are going on. And in little areas like this, we've even got people just happily sitting down, bringing life to the build. Otherwise, this building would just be an empty shell with nothing going on. Just having these two people in the back, you can really get the feeling of what is going on in these builds, that it is alive, it is a living, breathing world. And of course, we've got a few mobs, a few little pigs, walling around in the dirt, all happy and not escaping, because they escaped a lot when I was building this. It took me quite a while to work out exactly how they were getting out of this pen. But I got them. They're trapped. They're not going anywhere now. One thing I really want to draw attention to is the bunting, the flags that Rain added around this area of the build. I spent a long time trying to work out how to get this to work coming off all the various buildings, and it just adds another level, another area of detail that brings the entire build together. And I just couldn't work it out, and I just said to Rain, you know, if you can work out how to do this, if you can come up with a good way that it looks good, it works, and it fits in with the build, I will be so grateful. And honestly, it took Rain about a minute to go, yep, I know how to do that, and only slightly longer to actually put these in place. But they work, they tie this area in, they take these areas of sky that you would see when you are looking between the buildings or up like that, and just tie them together so it brings the entire build down into this central area so you can focus on what's going on, just as I was hoping for. A couple of the shops that we really have to pay attention to are these two behind me, done by Sani and Rain, because the level of detail that is in these shops is just beautiful. And it is the amazing thing with the armor stand work that not only can you add life to a build, such as with the people around us here, but you can add just that little bit more to a build to make it look like a real working space. And these two shops completely exemplify that. So first of all, we're going to have a look at the smithy behind us here, and then we're going to look at the leather traders, and you'll get an idea of exactly what I mean. Just looking in here, with the addition of the armor stands, being able to hang the weapons and things like that from the walls, as well as to have these little turning cogs, and of course the blacksmith working away, hammering away at this axe on the anvil. It's just brilliant, and it just makes the entire build come together. Going into the leather workers, not only do we just have this person, you know, looking in, getting ready to walk in, but again, we have the displays, the leather on the armor stands, the hats hanging from the wall. the leather worker in the corner working away here with their cauldron, their dyes, and the leather in hand. And then we have this amazing stand here that Sani has put together. And it's just brilliant. These shapes are just something you cannot achieve outside of the armor stand book. Just little things like this, where the peg is broken and dropped the pants onto the floor. It honestly, it's beautiful. Sani has done a really amazing job. The final two parts that we're going to look at in this build are two of the shops that I did myself. This little church here with its delicate lighting, with all the candles, and then just everyone sat down, having a drink, well, you know, getting drunk. It just brings this nice little area and this weird shaped building on the interior together. But the final interior that I want to show you is this one here, and is the theme that I am going to be weaving into all of these builds. It is Pizza Land. And we have this nice little area here, quite detailed in everything that it's got going on, because I just wanted to add Pizza Land into this build. Just because, you know, I wanted to.